in your higher classes you will read about it elaborately. Okay, now energy transformation in common daily life situations. So first one, now interconversion of mechanical energy. So first one, when an electric drill is used to bore a hole in a wooden block, then the smoke starts rising. Why? It is because the mechanical energy of drill changes into heat energy, is not it? Again, when the water stored in dams is allowed to flow from a pipe and directed against turbine, then the mechanical energy of the flowing water rotates the turbine, and the turbine is coupled to electric generator, where the mechanical energy of the turbine changes into electric energy. So now we will discuss about roller coaster. So it is very important. So we need to know that the roller coaster operates on the law of conservation of energy. Okay. So if we consider that initially some work, if we notice this figure 4.22, so we can say that initially some work is done to put the roller coaster car at the top position A, right? So this work done is stored in the roller coaster car in the form of potential energy, is not it? So here the potential energy is equals to E, but here the kinetic energy is 0. Why? So due to its stationary position. So we need to know that this position, that means the position A, is the stationary position. Okay. So now when the roller coaster car comes down from the position A to position B, then what will happen? Its height starts decreasing, is not it? So we can say that in this case the potential energy decreases and the kinetic energy will increase, is not it? So when the roller coaster car reaches the position B, then what will happen? Here the height is 0, is not it? That means the potential energy here, that means at position B the potential energy will become 0, but all the potential energy is converted into kinetic energy here. So we can say that the kinetic energy in this case is E and potential energy is 0. Okay, and we can say that due to this kinetic energy E, the roller coaster car reaches the position C, is not it? So when the roller coaster car will move from position B to position C, then what will happen? Its potential energy will increase, is not it? And it will become, if we consider the potential energy at the position C is E1, then we can say that the kinetic energy is E minus E1, because the kinetic energy is converted into potential energy, right? So we can say that at the position C the potential energy is E1 and kinetic energy is E minus E1. Okay, so that means when the car reaches from the position B to position C, then the kinetic energy is converted into potential energy. Why? Due to the gain of height, right? So due to the gain of height, potential energy increases. So here the potential energy is E1, so kinetic energy will be E minus E1. So if we now calculate the total mechanical energy at each position, that means for the position A, B, C, if we calculate the total energy separately, then we will get that at position A the total mechanical energy will be equals to potential energy plus kinetic energy, that means E plus 0 will be E. But in case of B, the total mechanical energy will be potential energy plus kinetic energy, that means 0 plus E, that means it will become also E. And in case of C, at position C, the total mechanical energy will be potential energy plus kinetic energy, that means E1 plus E minus E1, that means E1 minus E1 will cancel out each other, hence E will be the total mechanical energy. So we can say that at every position the total sum of potential energy and kinetic energy remains the same, that means which is equals to E, right? Okay. Now interconversion of heat energy. We know that in steam engines or diesel engines, heat energy is converted into mechanical energy, and in preparation of certain chemical compounds the heat energy changes into chemical energy, right? So now light energy, interconversion of light energy. So we know that the light energy from the sun is absorbed by the green plants and they change it in the form of chemical energy, that means food, during the process of photosynthesis, right? And that means here it is in your book it is given that during photosynthesis the light energy changes into chemical energy. The plants take the carbon dioxide gas and water, and this reacts with the help of chlorophyll and sunlight to form starch and oxygen. So we know that again when the light energy is absorbed by photovoltaic cells, it changes into electric energy. Okay, now interconversion of sound energy. So when we speak in front of microphone, the sound energy changes into electric energy. So we know that a microphone converts the sound energy into electric energy in form of varying electric signals, right? Now interconversion of magnetic energy. So When an electric generator works, the mechanical energy interacts with magnetic energy and changes into electric energy. Now, internal conversion of electric energy into electric motors, fans, grinders. Okay, the electric energy changes into mechanical energy. In electric kettles, electric room heaters, the electric energy changes into heat energy. In electric bulbs, the electric energy first changes into heat energy, then light energy. And in electromagnets, the electric energy changes into magnetic energy. Okay, and during electrolysis of salts, the electric energy changes into chemical energy. Okay, so now interconversion of chemical energy. So during the process of burning, the chemical energy changes into heat and light energy. Is not it? When wood is burnt, the chemical energy changes into heat and light energy. When fuel such as wood, coal, okay, burns, the chemical energy changes into heat energy. Okay, so now in explosive devices such as firecrackers, bombs, okay, the chemical energy changes into heat, light and sound energy. So now all energy change starts from the sun. So we know that sun is the ultimate source of energy, is not it? All forms of energy which are available on earth, okay, so they are actually, so their actual source is sun, is not it? So we know that the green plants absorb carbon dioxide from air and water from soil, and then with the help of chlorophyll and sunlight, it converts them into starch and oxygen. So the solar energy is trapped by the plants in the form of chemical energy, is not it? Solar energy provides the wind energy, tidal energy, energy of sea waves, is not it? And we know that solar energy provides light energy, which helps us to see the things around us, is not it? We know that the water cycle is also caused due to the solar energy, is not it? We know that solar energy causes large scale evaporation of water, right? And we know that the water vapors condense to form clouds and causes rain, and then it is ultimately changes into flowing water, is not it? And we know that the energy of flowing water is utilized in the water mills, okay, and in the generation of hydroelectric power, is not it? So we can say that the flowing water is a very important source of energy, right? So that means in a way any kind of energy which we use on earth has come from the sun in the form of solar energy, okay, and solar energy is directly used by us in drying clothes and other materials, right? So solar energy is directly used in solar cells, which are used in watches, calculators, artificial satellites, right? Solar cookers, is not it? Okay, so now power. What is power? The rate of doing work is called actually power. So that means we can say that if W is the work done in time t, then power is W by t. That means work by time will be the power. Okay, so we also know that power is a scalar quantity. Why? So we know that work is also a scalar quantity and time is also a scalar quantity. So power is the ratio of two scalar quantities. So power is also a scalar quantity. So what is the SI unit of power? So the SI unit of power is watt actually. So what is the definition of 1 watt? So we can say that if power is watt, so 1 watt will be equals to 1 joule. That means the we know that the unit of work is joule and unit of time is second. So joule per second will be equals to watt. So 1 watt will be equals to 1 joule by 1 second. Okay, so that means we can say that when a work of 1 joule is done in 1 second, then the power is said to be equals to 1 watt. Okay, so now difference between energy and power. So what is the difference between energy and power? Energy is the capacity of a body to do work, we know that. And what is power? The power is the rate of doing work, right? So it is the amount of energy produced or consumed by a source in 1 second. That means the rate ultimately, is not it? So second one, the energy produced or consumed does not depend on time, but the power, we know that the power means the work by time. So that means the power depends upon the time, is not it? And that means the power produced or consumed depends upon the time. And what is the SI unit of energy? The SI unit of energy is joule, and but the SI unit of power is watt. Okay, so they are the difference between energy and power. So that's it for today. Thank you.